All right, so we're on the telephone with Tana Goertz, who's coming to the area and going to be speaking at 4 upcoming events. You may know of her as she is a former Trump advisor. Tana, welcome to Crazy Radio. Tell me what's going on. You're coming to Otero County, and looks like you got some other areas in southeast New Mexico you're speaking in. What are you doing out here?
Well, thanks for having me, for starters.
Absolutely.
What am I doing? I am canvassing the country, state by state, educating people that the time is now to wake up and be proud to be an American. And I'm thrilled that I've been invited to come back to New Mexico. I was out there in January and had a wonderful time in Ruidoso, had a wonderful reception. People received my message quite well, and 3 groups are wanting me back. So I'm coming to spread the good message of what actually people need to do in saving our country, really. And so my presentations are an hour long. I hold nothing back, and I give the peek behind the political curtain of working for Donald Trump, not once, but twice.
You know, things are a little different now as they were 4 years ago. I would answer the question if I'm better off now than I was 4 years ago with a resounding no. But do you feel the Donald Trump populist message is going to resonate as strong now as it did back in 2015, 2016?
Oh, yeah. The message is resonating even better, if that's even possible. The MAGA movement was huge when I was his hype girl in 2015, 2016, 2020. But now, yes, Americans are fed up. They're actually quite mad at the state of our economy, at the state of jobs, at the state of our borders. I know when I came in at El Paso, getting to you all in New Mexico, that was no joke. And then I travel the country and I see the airports in Texas. That is no joke. We are being infiltrated. And so, yes, the MAGA movement is even bigger and better and stronger and more powerful and more PO'd than it's ever been.
So tell me about the events you're having. You have 4 of them coming up, and it looks like you're going to be a busy girl when you're here.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So my first one, I'm really excited. I am coming to Roswell on April the 12th, and it will be at the High Q venue. I'm real excited about this one because this is a soldier, an older gentleman who heard me speak when I was there in New Mexico in January, and he said he was inspired by my message, which was, my message is, if you've got time, step up. If you've got finances, donate. If you've got, I was just more or less putting the heat under people's feet and just saying, like, move, act, do something. And this gentleman said, I'm a soldier who still wants to serve our country. So for the very first time in his entire life, Chuck Waltrip is running for county commissioner in District 2, and he's bringing me in as a keynote speaker for an event that he's having at the High Q. So I'm thrilled about that. That starts at 11 a.m., and then I'm moving down to Hobbs, New Mexico for an event that same evening at 6 p.m., where I'll be at the Hilton Garden Inn, and I'm sharing with these Republicans how I rewrote the political playbook. I was a woman I've been an entrepreneur my whole entire life, a professional speaker, a life coach. I had a radio show. I knew nothing about politics. And I put all my businesses on hold to help Donald Trump get elected, because you don't become the president of the United States if you don't win the state of Iowa. And that's where I live. So I'm sharing the highlights, the mistakes the Republicans made, the missed opportunities the Republicans made, and letting them know we can't afford to do this again, and how, if you're a new candidate for the very first time and you want to win, do this. So it's a starter kit for candidates as well. Then the next day, I will be in Weed, New Mexico, so April the 13th. At 11 o'clock, I will be speaking at the Weed Community Center, and I will be sharing, like I said, the peek behind the political curtain. A lot of people want to know, what is Donald Trump really like? I can share that with you. I've known him for 2 decades. And then my last event is in Alamogordo on April the 13th at 4 p.m. I will be at the Elks Lodge I'm really excited about this one because they're having a cake auction and a chili contest. And I can get behind both of those subjects. And so after I inspire these patriots and like-minded individuals, I hope to be enjoying some pieces of cake and some good chili.
You will definitely have that. There's no question. Those cake auctions are fantastic, and that's the fastest way to get diabetes. I am a living example of that. So,
I'm sorry to hear that, but I love me a cake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tana, how did you get to know Donald Trump? Was it from The Apprentice, or did you know him from before?
No, it was from The Apprentice. So I was cast out of 1,800,000 people applied to be on the show. I was one of 18. I ended up winning for the entrepreneurs, the Street Smarts team. And so being on the television show for 18 weeks, I really got to know Donald Trump and his family. And that's why I was able to put my careers on hold and say, this guy could run the country like a business. I didn't care about his tone or his tweets or any of that. I was looking for a businessman to run our country, and that's why I got behind him, and that's why I was able to do so well and inspire people to take a second look. People were judging a man they didn't know, where they would listen to my stories because I knew him and they trusted me. So it was all from The Apprentice, but I stayed in touch with him, and we stayed in touch. It was 15 years before he came down the 10 years before he came down the escalator from when I was on The Apprentice to then. And it was like no time had passed. We were just old friends who respected one another and could help each other. And he helped me in the beginning, and I helped him in the end.
Absolutely fascinating story there. That's kind of cool that you got to know him on the game show, and then you got to move forward and really got to work with him on the political side of it. And here you are once again trying to help him get elected. He would be the second president to ever have a broken 2 terms. That would be fascinating if it does happen.
It sure would be.
What obstacles are you facing right now? I do know, looking at the polls as of right now, Trump is ahead by 1/5 of a point. So we're well within the margin of error. What obstacles are you currently facing with some of the blue states that went red, or with people that just don't quite feel it?
Well, first off, Anthony, I never trusted the polling because back in 2016, they said Hillary Clinton was going to win this slam dunk, and we saw her face on election night. So I don't trust polling. Like I said, I see the people. I see my posts. I see how much action that the MAGA movement is getting. So polls don't matter to people like me who actually were in the arena. And we saw the people that came out and voted. Really, the only obstacle is some people think it's in the bag, either for President Trump and their vote doesn't matter. Or what I'm noticing is, I noticed this a lot when I came to New Mexico, is your family tells kids and young adults how to vote. It's what your family does. If you're born into a Democratic family, the kids are expected to vote Democratic. So it's really just waking up people to say, come hear the message. That's why I'm thrilled that I'm going to be sort of scattered across the part of the state, I should say. I'm going to be there for events. I'm definitely getting a lot of miles underneath my feet, but I want people to come. I want Democrats, Libertarians. I want Republicans to hear the message. We're all one, and I believe that this division and this divisiveness that our country has become has actually been our biggest obstacle. We are one nation under God. We are the human race. We are human beings. We should all be playing in the sandbox well together, and that's my message. I am not a speaker who is all about the Democrats stink and Libertarians are crazy and Republicans are the only ones. No, that's not my message. My message is love, light, unity, and finding peace where we, the people, have our voice and our vote does matter.
Speaking with Tana Goertz, the Trump advisor, going to be in the area this weekend. Tana, how does someone get some more information about how to check out these events you're going to be at and so forth?
That's a great question, and thanks for asking. So you can go to, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. But you can Google my name, Tana, Tana, and my last name is Goertz, Goertz, or my brand is Hey Tana, Heytana. I've got all the videos up on Instagram and Facebook where I'm headed. You can go check out my website, heytana.com. Everything is there. And if you follow me on social media, I definitely go live a lot. So you'll see the videos, you'll see the venues, you'll see the times, and you'll see the cities I'm going to be at.
All right, before I let you go, is there anything else you want to say?
Well, thank you for asking. Yes, I just recently had published my memoir, which is called From the Basement to the White House, and it talks about my life journey, starting at my parents' basement, reinventing myself with two small children, and then making my way all the way to the pinnacle of what society says is the happening spot in the White House. And I talk about my journey on The Apprentice. I talk about my experience working in politics and succeeding there. And I talk about that it's not luck, it's God that has carved out my path and my success in life. And so my memoir has been quite a hit. It's been quite an experience, and I'm really excited to share my book with all the great people of New Mexico who are going to come and hear me speak.
All right, Tana Goertz, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and we look forward to having you in Rocket City, New Mexico, a.k.a. Alamogordo.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.